Conscious loops. Hofstadter's vision of mind. One book. One thought experiment. I'm Dawn. Every week we'll spend 10 minutes exploring a thought-provoking book, spanning psychology, technology, philosophy, and cognitive science. Today, we explore Douglas Hofstadter's revolutionary vision of consciousness as a strange loop, recursive self-reference creating the illusion of a unified self. The strange loop. At the heart of Hofstadter's philosophy is the strange loop, a system that recursively references itself, creating a level-crossing feedback cycle that gives rise to emergent properties. In Gödel, Escher, Bach, he argues consciousness arises from just such a loop in the human brain. Hofstadter defines symbols as high-level patterns emerging from lower-level neural activity, dynamic recursive processes that interact according to complex rules. Key properties include recursive dependence. Symbols depend on lower-level patterns down to individual neurons. Context sensitivity. Meaning depends on recursive activation of related symbols. Self-modification. Symbols can modify the systems that produce them, the essence of learning. This recursive symbol emergence explains how we have abstract concepts like justice, despite no dedicated neurons. They emerge recursively from patterns of neural activity. The I illusion. Hofstadter's most provocative claim is that the self, our sense of I, is a recursive illusion created by the brain's symbol system referencing itself. This self-model has recursive levels. 1. Perception of the world, lower-level sensory processing. 2. Perception of perceiving the world, higher-level monitoring. 3. Perception of oneself perceiving the world, recursive self-reference. The result is a tangled hierarchy, where the self both emerges from and recursively influences lower levels, explaining the subjective sense of free will despite physical determinism. Analogy as core cognition. Hofstadter argues analogy, not logic, is cognition's core. Analogy involves recursively mapping patterns between domains, finding similarities between different situations. His copycat program demonstrates this through letter string analogies, recursively exploring possible mappings rather than following pre-programmed rules. This recursive analogy making is the essence of creativity and intelligence, allowing us to see familiar patterns in novel situations and generate new ideas from existing concepts. AI and consciousness. Contemporary AI research challenges Hofstadter's ideas. While large language models generate impressive text, he argues they lack recursive self-reference necessary for true understanding. They're brilliant at pattern matching but don't wonder who they are. Emerging research into recursive self-modeling shows promise, but remains far from human-like consciousness. Hofstadter warns that without recursive value alignment, we risk creating powerful systems with misaligned goals. Not from malice, but because the recursive self-models pursue unanticipated objectives. In the end, Hofstadter challenges us to see ourselves as dynamic recursive processes, strange loops creating the illusion of self from tangled neural hierarchies, forever dancing in the eternal golden braid of self-reference. Reading is a gentle way to have a conversation with the world. Thank you for listening. I'm Dawn. May every book we fast read bring a spark of mental awakening. See you next week.